Yeah. Behold. This is my motherfucking camp up in the air. It is floating. It's floating like Jesus rising from the dead. Actually, I think it's cooler than Jesus. Yeah, I said it. My inanimate object in a fake video, well, my fake camp of an inanimate object in a video game is cooler than Jesus. Well, blasphemer. Yeah. Turn this purified water into wine, motherfucker. You know, it would be cool if I could actually do that in the game, and then I really would be cooler than Jesus. But you can't do that. Instead, I can brew some booze. Thanks to the new update, I can do that. Anyways, I redid the paint on my power armor. I had the Nuka-Cola paint on this bad boy. I personally thought it was a little garish, however the fuck you say it. I really like this Tricentennial paint. Why it doesn't, when I spawn my power armor, it doesn't show it with the JETPACK, but I finally have my JETPACK. So let's get into this bad boy. Let's do it. Do it to it and see what's up. I'm going to probably not broadcast for 4 hours like my last video because it just kind of went on forever. See, there we go. There's the bad boy. We got the JETPACK, so I can get that Superman motion going on up in the sky. So yeah, actually I think this paint job on this power armor is kind of legit. Kind of looks pretty tasteful. The Nuka-Cola paint job, while it was different and it's a hard to get item, I don't know, it wasn't really my style. And for whatever reason, they only make it available on the T51B power armor. I'm not sure why it's not available for the other power armor sets, but it's just not. So I had a couple Tricentennial painted pieces on my X01 power armor. I wound up taking them off just because in the menu for your apparel, it's hard to differentiate between the power armor sets. This one now no longer has that nuclear emblem next to it, so that's my X01. The Tricentennial has the I guess it's not nuclear, it's the, I don't know the right word for it. My brain isn't functioning properly these days. It looks like a molecule with the rings, you know, different rings around it. Man, this is so bad. I should probably look it up and figure out what that symbol is. Anyways, here we be. I kind of had to make some revisions to my base because I had originally a concrete foundation here when I had the ramp that extended out to it. When I built it, I kind of had to delete it. I wish I would have kept it in case I needed to build that ramp back out again, but it's a done deal now, yo. So I think it's kind of cool. I extended the walls down below it, not for anything other than make it, I guess just to make it a little bit harder to look up into the stairwell that's at the bottom. I blocked off the stairwell with a bunch of steel beams. So I'm just going to say you're a moron if you try to go up into my base through the bottom. It's not going to happen. You can forget about it. Doesn't matter if you got a JETPACK or not. It will not work. I know that if I get some griefers coming through, they can blow up these walls at the bottom of the base. Fuck it. It doesn't do shit other than cost me a little bit of concrete and building supplies if somebody does that. I like the way it makes my base look a little bit. You know, it gives it a little bit of character. Kind of makes it look kind of imposing. Like, shit, I don't know. If I didn't know me and I ran up to this base, I probably wouldn't want to try to fuck with whoever had a base like this. But I'm not me. And there's assholes that play this game, including myself. Initially, I had one of the concrete foundations out here, and I could jump up into my base no issue. And then I found, just depending on how much weight that I had on me, it would reduce my action points, and even with the JETPACK I couldn't fly up into the base, which is why I deleted the original concrete foundation that I used to build this base. And I replaced it with this, with the ramp, and that's kind of an end-all be-all. It doesn't matter how much weight I have on me, I should be able to get into the base. It is kind of sketch if I'm really over-encumbered. It drains my action points just to the point where it can even still, with this ramp, make it kind of hard to get up into the base. So, anyways, I'm babbling. Let's go check this shit out. I'm going to introduce you to my home. This is where I be. So, yeah, that ramp is actually kind of nice. I'm glad I put it there. I made this hidden doorway. It's protected by my supposedly invincible toolboxes. I actually had the foresight to unlock my my automated doors, or the steel doors that require the passcode, so I don't have to show my passcode to anyone. Any of you motherfuckers that would think that you could get a jetpack and come up into this base, well, guess what? You don't know my passcode anymore, because it's different than what it was in the past few videos, so that's fine. I moved this door over to here, because I figured now that I blocked off this stairwell, it was more realistic that it'd be really hard, anybody would be real hard pressed to come up here. I got all these steel columns that kind of forms a little bit of a cage. I've got the walls, unless somebody blows up the walls. Even if they blow up the walls, they'd be hard pressed. I don't think you can blow up these steel columns because they're considered in the stair foundation kind of deal. So even if you blow up the walls, you'd have to jump and navigate up under this cage precisely to the bottom of the steps. I'm sure it can be done, but I mean, come on, man. I guarantee you'll probably have to, unless you get it just right, you're gonna have to try it a few times. I also added a back door. This is total, like, if I'm just really feeling the punishment and the pain from people who are really bringing it to me for whatever reason, attacking my floating base with whatever, and I absolutely need to escape, and I'm not willing to just, server hop, I can leap off this edge to the hill and run away, which typically, I'm not into really running away that much. I do kind of like to bring the pain directly to people's face, even if I'm outnumbered. Suicide mission, man. I'm a kamikaze. This is my revised bedroom. It looks a lot more comfortable. I've got a couch, a nice couch. Looks a little ornate, except for it's all torn up. Got a TV, so you can watch static. It'd be really cool if I could just post a picture of Ronald Reagan's face over the TV like SLC Punk, and then just stare at it in a drunken stupor. Because you can get drunk in this game. The Fallout kind of has toned it down with the drug use. There's no jet in the Fallout 76. They specifically replaced jet and made it what used to be a Dictol that relieves addiction is in the same canister. It looks like kind of like an asthma inhaler. Is now what jet used to be. Is it just cures your addiction, which I don't know if that's such a really good idea. Like the drug that you used to be able to do that was supposedly really addictive, probably the most addictive drug in this game that resembled real life, I guess real life crack use is why they wanted to get rid of it, is they thought it was too similar to people actually using crack and meth. And even though it looked like a fucking asthma inhaler, which has no resemblance to any kind of paraphernalia people use for crack and meth, but whatever. They toned down the illicit drug use in the Fallout series. Overall, as brutal as this game can be, it's not nearly as fucked up as the original two Fallouts. Those were kind of the choice games. Oh God, I got allergies. You here we go again. Like, I don't know what, my allergies come and go. It sucks. They redid the roof. Looks a lot more festive and fun. Oh my god. But I realized, I found out, like, it's actually pretty practical for me to, I can shoot pretty far away. It doesn't do as much damage at distance, because your accuracy goes down at distance, even if you hit your target, but that's the way the game plays. I had these at, like, the slanty walls. I decided to make them the half wall because I realized it's just better. I don't want people seeing me run around up here, except for directly out there, which is fine because then I can shoot back. Got this fancy new red stove from the atomic shop. It's kind of cool. Looks a lot nicer than the dilapidated piece of shit that it was. Let me tell you, I don't know why, if they're gonna make it all fancy, why they still made this fucking door sag down like it does. Like, couldn't have fixed that, Bethesda? I mean, you're the creators of the game. Why couldn't you have changed that? I don't know. Either way, it looks better. I kind of want to save up and get the Vault Tech scheme paint, skin for the armor bench, because it's this shit color blue. It's like the ugliest color blue I think possible. I would like to replace that. Nothing else really bothers me about the other workbenches. I switched up my chemistry bench to the kind of old-timey Frankenstein's monster era chemistry bench that it looks, quite honestly, a lot less like I could actually do chemistry processes with it that won't result in explosions. But either way, it fits better. I rearranged my entire workshop. I wanted to protect my power source. It's now not only behind the wall, which you can blow up, but behind my toolboxes on the other side of the wall. So I feel like it's a lot better protected. I don't give as much a shit about my fermentator deals, which is why I moved everything the way I did. I had a Nuka-Cola stash box here, and it didn't say had exceeded my budget limit on my camp. And I deleted it, and I went to put it back, and it says I would exceed my budget to do so, which doesn't really make sense. I'm not sure why. So it was conveniently located right under my Nuka-Cola poster. It's not there now, but you know what? I got my stash box right here, which I kind of like my ice box because it's about as close as you can get to a functional fridge of sorts. I kind of pretend like I actually live in this floating base in a fake universe. Like, if I'm gonna live here, I needed to be able to cook, needed to be able to store my food, and I got my bedroom, my TV, my race car bed, I can play piano, and you're like, well, where's he gonna poop at? I even have a bathroom with appropriately naval-themed pictures, with a tub that probably could stand to be cleaned. Looks kind of a little dirty, maybe. And then my pooper. Yeah, which looks like it's been thoroughly used already. But I went for the porta-pot option rather than the busted toilet option, because if you use the ceramic toilet option, it looks busted. It clearly looks non-functional. It looks about as functional as one of the worst toilets I've ever seen in my life, which was in the basement of an old, partially abandoned building that my band used to play in, that was shared with a bunch of renegade truckers that had piled feces well above the toilet lid. It was the grossest bathroom/toilet I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Like, you would stand outside the doorway and like arch your pee up over the immediate floor, which was filled with nastiness, to try to just arch your pee over all of it and land at the top of Poop Mountain, which went above the top of the lid of the toilet. So I kind of compare Fallout's toilets to that. They look like it's probably the same toilet that was in that building, just maybe they took the poop out of it and repurposed it for a video game. You know, a video game toilet. That's what happened to that toilet in its afterlife. Is it now exists in the Fallout universe. So yeah, and I put my power armor station up here. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, if somebody gets pissed at me, they can blow it up. They can blow up all the shit up on the roof, take out my turrets. But you know what? These rocket launchers are seriously effective. Anytime anything is down there that starts to, that my guns start to train on, they're just paying a horrible price. And I mixed it up, you know, with the laser turrets. I got all types of munitions because, you know, what if somebody's got a perk card that limits explosive damage? Well, at least if that is the case, I still have lasers and regular ballistics. So just try to mix it up a little bit rather than just keeping everything as a rocket launcher, even though the rocket launchers offer the best kind of defense rating out of all the turret types. But yeah, this is my base. I gotta say, I really do like the Pickaxe Pilsner lit bar sign. Definitely better than the old possum, because possums are fucking gross. They're ugly. I don't want a picture of a possum in my life, even in my video game. So, I don't know. It's cool that it's a beer, I guess, in this game, but you know, I didn't really need to put the garage door here, but I just have this thing, like, the garage door is always, like, ever since I got it, it's like one of my favorite, it's like the piece de resistance for my my camps ever since I got it. Like, I always have to have a garage door. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of cool to open up and just stroll out here on the fortified patio. And it's like, I specifically wanted it, you know, because it is kind of cool, like, if I want to come out here and just, you know, have a look at what's going on out this way. I got a nice little patio, you know, got the patio going on. Though it's gross out, it's gross and it's raining, and for some, I don't know, it's definitely got to be psychosomatic, but like, anytime it's raining in the game, I feel like I'm actually getting cold. Like, the one thing I don't have in this house, as opposed to my previous camps, is a fireplace, and I would have liked to have added it. I ran out of camp budget. I guess if I deleted the fucking walls at the bottom of my camp, I could add a fireplace back in, but I kind of like the walls more, so yeah, there is absolutely no getting into this camp, to my knowledge, without using this piece of power armor with a jetpack. So that was my goal. I've accomplished it. And I know there's ways to glitch through structures, but even then, you kind of have to be able to be standing next to to my understanding, like, you have to do it with power armor, where you place power armor and then you position it such that your character, when they go to enter the power armor, it causes it to glitch through a wall or structure. I have read up on that, checked that out, and it's, to my understanding, nobody would be able to do that kind of process to get to this base. So if people want to get pissed off at me, yes, there is parts of my base that they can still fucked up, but beyond that, you know, to my understanding, it's still somewhat protected. Like, I've got all the crucial areas fortified with the toolboxes, which I haven't put it to the test yet, but supposedly indestructible. Even then, even if they're not indestructible, there's a whole lot of them that they'll have to blow up. So, I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable. They definitely can't blow up the floors. So worst case scenario, they blow up all my walls. They can't shoot me through these floors. The upper floors are absolutely 100% guaranteed indestructible. And that's why I made my roof, rather than making them roof pieces, I made it floors. So you can launch artillery, you can launch a fucking nuke my floors will not be destroyed, even though I will be in the process. Well, not with artillery. Artillery can bombard, and they'll fuck up everything on the roof for sure, but they will not destroy the actual roof itself and blow up everything down in here. So, I was like, what was that? It was my power armor coming back in. Alright, so, I don't know. That's pretty much the main thing I wanted to show everybody was my base. Isn't a whole... I feel like my other base, my other camps that I had before this, they were a little, they were laid out differently. I don't feel like this... I don't know, I just don't feel like there's as many rooms in this base. And really, there's just 2 rooms, even though this room is much more expansive. There's my patio and my miniature back porch and the roof, if you will, but it's not really a room, it's just the roof. But it's got everything that I need, for sure, and I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I can get into it every single time. Before I redid that concrete foundation ramp at the bottom, it was questionable if I could even jump up, even with the jetpack, to make it up into the camp. It was really frustrating. Like, I would get to, like, right to this ledge, but I wouldn't be up high enough to jump up, especially if I was over encumbered. So that's where that roof comes into play. I guess the only downside to this is I'm kind of committed to this base design now. I don't want to change it, but I'm happy with it. So I'm sure it'll work. Every time I decide I'm perfectly happy with the base, I always wind up making changes to it. But for now, I like where I moved it to. Where I moved it further along the cliff. It used to be right over there on the outcropping of this cliff. It stuck out from pretty much like right there, going out that way, which was cool, but it was more exposed. It was actually harder to defend, and I got a lot more issues with just enemies spawning, because there's a spawn point right there, and so I'd always come back to my base being attacked. It happens occasionally here, not as frequently, and my turrets do a much better job of taking out the enemies before they fuck up the few items that are actually down there, which is like my water purifier and my crops. That's it. Got my water pump, my water purifier, and the crops. And they can't destroy the concrete foundations. So I was thinking, you know, I mean, obviously, if somebody's standing on this hill, they can still, if they have a long enough range weapon, they can shoot into my base. You know, they can shoot, if they have a good aim, they can shoot over these boxes into my base, if they're in the right spot, you know, but they'd have to be way back there. They're not going to be doing much damage from that distance, to be perfectly honest. And even then, if I'm crouched, they're not going to shoot me, you know, or if I'm just back here, they're not going to shoot me. But, so there is that. I mean, there's definitely still some vulnerabilities, but I thought maybe I scouted up here. This is the highest cliff on this whole hillside. / I don't know if it could be really called a mountain. There's mountains in this game. This is not nearly as drastic of a place. That would be, I looked at it, it's real close to that farm. It will let me place my camp over there, but there was issues with it. It's not as high up off the ground. It's a much shallower drop right there, and even though I'd be at the highest point, where I had to place my camp, I don't know if I could have gotten the base, the floating base, as far away from the camp, like the ledge of the camp, as what I was able to do with this. It's a much more drastic drop at the edge of that cliff, and the way that I was able to place the camp, I was able to get it like right on the edge, and the way this cliff is shaped, I had a lot more space for the area of my camp to go before I ran out of build area, whereas up over there it just didn't seem like it was going to be as functional. Like I would have been a lot more, I feel like I would have been a lot more limited as far as how far out I could have built my base. So I don't really feel a need to move it there. I kind of feel like if I decide to move my camp from here, I'm gonna go a little bit more extreme and move it someplace super cool that maybe, oh, we got a visitor coming up. We'll see what they want. Check my perk cards. Should have kept my master rifleman. That's all right. And then let's do this. Yeah. Now we cooking with gas. Oh, I changed my perk cards. Can't do that. Oh, they're smart. They're going the other way. That I will say, whoever you are, that was a good call on your part. Not that, I don't know. I don't really try to fuck with low-level players for the most part, just because I was a low-level player once, and it's just kind of a dick move. I kind of wish they wanted to, I don't know, I just like it when I have visitors, even if I shoot at them. Or just mock them from the top of my castle. But, anyways, why am I suffering from radworms? I don't really feel like I'm suffering at all. I feel pretty good. I look pretty good. I've got Plague Walker, which gives me a poison aura, apparently scaling with my diseases. I don't specifically know. That's like the most mysterious mutation that I have. Every once in a while, the only effect that I really seem to get from it is it highlights my enemies in orange or red, like if I had taken Berry Mentats, which is really, I like it when it does that, but I don't know if it's actually doing any damage or poisoning anybody around me. I'm not sure. And I mean, I definitely get a lot of diseases in this game. I am not the healthiest player when it comes to this game. But yeah, that's like the one mutation where I'm not really sure if it's doing me any benefits, but it's cool. I don't want to get rid of it. The rest of I pretty much have all the mutations I want. All of these mutations, I don't know, they're awesome, they're great. But the Class Freak perk card is necessary for sure if they're to be used effectively. They're kind of essential to my character build, I'll say that. My character is a much, much better player. I avoided mutations for a long time, thinking that, you know, the negative effects outweigh the positive, and they do if you don't have the proper perk cards. So, let's take a load off. Let's do it. We're just sitting around, we're gonna chill. And we'll stare at the boat. It is a nice boat picture, let me tell you. You know, taking care of business, if you will. So yeah, 28 minutes of me just explaining my camp. I'm not going to make this a 4-hour broadcast like I did the other night where I had the wanted level. I do kind of want to get a huge wanted level like I did again. It was over 1,000 caps. I do feel like I got kind of ambushed a little bit, but that's alright. I lasted 2 hours with a super high wanted level, and that's exactly about an hour and 50 minutes longer than I thought I was going to last, because I mean, my character is, I love my character build, but yeah, I mean, especially when you're dealing with odds where you're fighting, like, you know, multiple other players and it's just me, there's a good chance that they're gonna take me out. So, but I want to do it again. I noticed, you know, this gameplay is a lot different in this game. Like the style that you have to play the game is a lot different. If you're gonna run around with one level, it kind of I don't know, it definitely makes people react a lot differently towards you in the game, that's for sure, because people are going to want to take out your caps. And I don't know, it makes it a little bit more competitive, for sure. And people are going to see you as an asshole or a badass or whatever, I don't know. You do kind of have to be a little bit of an asshole to get the wanted level in the first place, and then it is kind of a dick move to just run around with a super high wanted level. But I learned the fundamental law is don't be nice to anybody. If you're going to have a wanted level, just screw everybody. Fuck them. Because all they're trying to do is take your caps anyways. So there's no point in being nice to anyone. Don't do anybody any favors. Be the biggest dick that you can possibly be. Kill low-level players. Kill high-level players. Steal their loot. Take all their shit. Destroy their fucking camps. Get your wanted level as high as you possibly can. Because at some point, somebody's going to kill you and take your caps. And they're going to gloat about it and think that they're the baddest fucking bunch since the Brady Bunch. Which wasn't very bad at all. But they had a cool house. Anyways, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a fucking game. And I personally get a lot of fun out of spiting other people in the game. I have gotten pissed off a couple times from other players, but for the most part, the main thing that pisses me off in this game is the game itself, because it is still kind of glitchy. Not nearly as bad as it was when it was released, but if anything is going to piss me off about Fallout, it's generally not going to be another player. It's going to be the stupid fucking game mechanics and the glitches that are they're still in the programming. I will say, if somebody kills me or wants to fuck with me or whatever, I will always try to take retribution. And that's just more of a matter of principle than getting pissed off or salty about anything or what the fuck ever. But I'm wandering off my subject. If you run around with the wanted level, be the biggest asshole that you can be the biggest badass that you can be, and tell everybody to fuck off. And actually, don't tell them to fuck off. Just kill them. Just run around, kill them, move on to the next. Don't even stick around. That was the mistake I made, as I kind of let my guard down a little bit, and these dudes that were lower level players, they kind of, one dude was trying to be like, can you help me level up? And I was following him around, and I was actually helping him out, and I'm sure what it was is I noticed suspiciously that that's when all people started trying to attack me, and they weren't very high level, so they weren't doing very well. But the one dude was distracting me, and then this other dude ran up, and he had a good Deathclaw Gauntlet, which is one of the best melee weapons you can get. Yeah. The dude with the Deathclaw Gauntlet, even though he didn't kill me immediately, he was swiping at me at the same time another dude with an explosive round rifle was shooting me. I think it was the combination of the two. They both got, I think they were able to split the cap bounty, which was good for them. They got paid out. Congrats to them. But I let my guard down, and that's what happened. If I would have just been a dick and repeatedly killed them or killed them and moved on to the next, I probably could. Who knows how long that run could have gone? But I'm kind of curious now that I know kind of a little bit more about how all that shit works, how other people are gonna, like the schemes that they'll do, what they're trying to, that their only goal is just to get your caps, which makes sense, because I mean that's all I want from somebody who's wanted. But regardless, now that I know that, I want to do another run where I kind of want to see how high I can get my wanted level before I'm taken out. I just want to go all out. I want to blow up every fucking camp that I can. I want to kill every player that I can, and then blow up their camp. And I want to see if I can just take out every camp on the map. I mean, give me a 5,000 cap wanted level or higher. I'll lose the caps. Caps in this game, people get salty. And I mean, I don't know. It takes a while to build up your cap stash, but it's disposable income. It's not real fucking money. It's video game currency. I'm not spending money in real life to build caps in this game. It's not a pay-to-play game like that. unless you're buying fucking legendary weapons off of eBay or some shit to give your player an advantage, which is interesting. I didn't know that there was the market out there, but I've seen a few weapons on eBay. I haven't personally bought any badass weapons yet. I don't know. I've been tempted to. There's some ones I've been looking for, but there's a part of me that just kind of wants to just find them. I know there's about to be the new legendary weapons system that's introduced in a couple weeks, which may make it better for trading with other players, and I'll trade for, you know, caps in the game, sure. I don't know if I want to pay actual real life money for fake video game items. Though I will say, I am on the lookout for a 3-star legendary Deathclaw gauntlet, because that's about the only way I'm going to one-up this Mole Miner gauntlet as far as damage, which this Mole Miner gauntlet really has proven to be the baddest weapon that I possess right now. There's really just, you know, right now I'm only 637 is pretty impressive. It's not nearly as high as I've gotten this weapon over 1200 damage, just depending on how my stats are with my character and what's going on. Because my damage rate that I do is variable with my character build, but ultimately this weapon is awesome. It's perfectly designed for my character build. That 40% faster swing speed it's the tits. The fact that I get health regeneration with hitting an enemy, that's cool. It doesn't seem to be as functional as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it definitely works, and it's nice, but you know, it's like minute, honestly. The +1 endurance, that is honestly, that's super key as well, because endurance is one of the things I was lacking. Oh shit, what's going on down there? Maybe I should stand over here where I can see what's going on. So that's interesting. I wonder, this gotta be like a Scorch Beast that is just, I can't see because I'm too far away. I can see the explosion, I just can't see who's battling it out. So yeah, it's way out of range. I can actually shoot pretty far from up here, which is nice. Like, check this out. Bam. Look how far away that is. Let's check. Can I hit this clip? No, just out of range. So, but I can hit that cliff. That's pretty fucking far, to be perfectly honest. Which is super tactical. I had another player running around, and from up here, like, he was getting attacked by super mutants, and I was able to take out all of the super mutants attacking him. He was probably, like, grateful that I helped him out. Like, they were all down here, and I was just like, fuck all y'all. So it kind of sucks that my character's not... I used to have a really high perception. I was a rifle build for a long time until I just decided to switch my character build, but I don't know. If I get bored, I can always switch it. I'd probably just make a new character. I don't know. I've put a lot of work into this character. I like the build that I have. I did switch up to where I leveled up all of my heavy weapons and specifically launched a nuke and was trying to use heavy weapons because they supposedly made it so heavy weapons were no longer nerfed, but they're still kind of poopy. Like, in my personal opinion, heavy weapons are fucking hot garbage. They still are, even though they supposedly made the point damage resistance is better. They're still fucking trash, in my personal opinion. I don't know. I've almost debated getting rid of all of my heavy weapons. It's kind of still up in the air. My missile launcher actually is effective. If I load my explosives, this is actually still kind of effective, which I like, because it's got the... I use it specifically for taking out Scorch Beasts. It's got the quad barrel. The targeting computer is great. The stabilizer, whatever. Unless I get like a star legendary, I'm keeping the missile launcher, even though it weighs like 39 pounds. It's been effective against Scorch Beasts, especially if you're doing like the nuke zone with the Scorch Beast clean. You can just light up. It'll once the computer locks on, you can just light up the Scorch Beast clean, and I do that in tandem with the auto grenade launcher. I had a Executioner's auto grenade launcher, which I would have kept that rather than instigating, because I thought the instigating would be cool because it does the double damage to the targets at full health. But what I didn't realize I was going to be using it for was I mainly just use this for battling Scorch Beasts, and it's much more effective if it would do, I feel like just do a lot more damage if I had kept the Executioners, because, you know, realistically, you'll get one shot maybe with that when the Scorch Beast is at full health. Maybe if you're fighting the Scorch Beast Queen, probably not full health. So you're only going to do the standard damage for the most part with this. Whereas if I would have kept the Executioners, once they're past 40% health, you do 50% more damage. So I kind of made the mistake on that. But whatever. If I come across a better grenade launcher, I'll use it. The grenade launcher, the auto grenade launcher in particular, I still really like. If you use the right perk cards with explosive damage, it's cool. It does a great job. As long as the Scorch Beast is on the ground, that's the only time I can use it. Got some other cool weapons. I want to try more of the Assaultron head. This one, I had the Instigator. I switched it specifically to the Executioners, kind of on that same principle, that if I go to use it, I feel like I'll get more use out of it, maybe being the Executioners. I don't know. It's more effective after you load it up. You have to manually load it up. And supposedly they fixed the glitch where it wouldn't use all of your ammo anymore the first time you go to shoot it. So I need to repair it to 200% damage, and I'll see how good of a job it does. I kind of would like to find a 3-star legendary version of these, or at least a 2-star. I came across a 2-star, but it was a lower level. It was like a level 35, and it just wasn't as good stats, just with the legendary effects that it had. But I'm kind of curious to find a better one of these, put it to the test, and use it in a real combat situation. Additionally, the Ripper, I want to try that out, which actually just got a legendary Ripper. Let me see if I can find it in here. Here it is. So this one I might actually use. I kind of wish I would have kept my extended Ripper Blade mod. I'm not sure if I can still mod it or not. I'd have to check when I use my armor bench. But I got the Flaming Chainsaw, which is awesome to use against ghouls in particular. Not so great against super mutants, but it's fucking awesome on just damn near everything else, especially ghouls. Supposedly, it's even better than the Ripper, which is weird because it has a lower damage, but I guess the blade, the chain spins faster, which is odd because this one says it's very fast and the chainsaw says it's slow. I don't know how any of that's supposed to work, but apparently from what I read up on Reddit, the Ripper doesn't kill enemies as fast as the modded chainsaw. Once the chainsaw is repaired at 200%, you got the Flamer mod. It's like superior, which it looks fucking awesome. I will admit that it's hard to beat as far as looks. But now that I got this Ghoul Slayer's Ripper, I think I'm just gonna try this bad boy out. I might do a run with it. Maybe that's once I get out of the talking forever and showing off my base and what I got. We'll get to that. Yeah, because this I don't know. I love this bad boy. I had the dual bar chainsaw. I got the mod again for the dual bar and another Flamer mod, which apparently the Flamer mod is super hard to find now. I've only found it through doing the treasure chests from the treasure maps. Or not the treasure chest, but the treasure maps where you dig into the mound and you get special items. That's the only place I've found it at anymore. So they may have moved it, because it used to be you could get it from vendors, but not anymore. I want to find another chainsaw. This one's level 20. I kind of would think that I'd be able to find a higher level chainsaw Um, so that maybe that'll be my next goal. Is I'm going to go on the lookout for another chainsaw, and supposedly the longbow bar is better because it does bleed damage, but I have the talons mutation, which gives me bleed damage for unarmed, but I don't think it does it for melee weapons. So I'm not. I should probably check out if maybe the longbow bar is still more effective than the dual bar. I don't know. Some players prefer the longbow bar and looks. I kind of like the dual bar chainsaw. I don't know. There's something just really cool about it. I'm kind of disappointed. I had a 2-star legendary Gatling gun that I sold because this one is the Furious, and I already had changed it to the Prime, where it shoots ultrasight ammo, and it doesn't quite do as much damage as the other one, because the other one I think was level 45 rather as opposed to level 40, and it had different legendary effects. It wasn't a Furious, and I kind of wish I would have swapped for that one, but this, even though it's supposed to do bonus damage to Scorched Beast and Scorched, there's a problem with the aiming on that sight. That gun sight is off. It doesn't aim where the bullets are going. It's totally fucking off, and it sucks. I honestly didn't think to try out using the spinning bayonet on it. I should have just ran at Scorched who were shooting me and spun the bayonet and killed them that way. I was trying to shoot them instead. On Scorched Beast, it really just didn't do a whole lot of damage. Like, to be perfectly honest, it was not nearly as effective as what I thought it was going to be. And I had my heavy weapons cards, they're stacked to the max. So in my opinion, heavy weapons are kind of still garbage. Some people swear by the Gatling gun that it's one of the best weapons in the game. Maybe I just need to get a different one. I feel like for the Gatling gun, a Furious legendary effect would be ideal, you know, because it's a repeating shot weapon. You're going to repeatedly try to shoot whatever it is you're trying to shoot. Each consecutive hit, it's going to do more damage. So maybe I'm just a poor shot with it, because the gun sight on it, for whoever the fuck programmed it, doesn't actually go where your bullets are shooting, which is pointless. Like, who the fuck thought that would be a good idea? Anyways, let's go back. Continuing on. I haven't tried my Gatling laser yet. It's probably hot garbage, especially being that it's a laser weapon. So I don't know. We'll give it a try at some point. I haven't really wanted to get rid of it because it's a high level. It's the highest level we can get, and it's a Furious version of it, which I kind of like the Furious weapons in general. If I find a better one, I'll swap out for it. I just want to keep it in my arsenal, at least for the time being. This one's a bad boy. I don't really use the one-handed weapons as much right now, just because I'm stuck on the unarmed for the moment. But I won't get rid of this because, again, it's Furious, and that whole reflects 50% of melee damage back while blocking. I kind of wonder, I would like to try this in some PvP. Because that whole, if you block a player's swing at you, if they do a high level of damage with whatever weapon, it's like a melee, they might kill themselves by hitting you. You might die too, but you take them out with you. So I like that. I'm keeping this one for sure. Unless I happen to find a better one, it's staying with me. This is, yeah, you see that? 4 stars, baby. I have yet to see very many weapons that are 4-star. It's like 3-star for sure, but I've got a 4-star melee weapon. This is a bad boy. It doesn't do as much damage as some of my other one-armed weapons, but I mean, you can see it, man. It's great. You take less damage while you're blocking. It does. The damage to ghouls is what I use it for, or I was using it for a long time. They bleed and they're poisoned, and it does, you know, the most damage it can do for being a machete. And then you get the 40% more power attack damage. I mean, it's all win. It's all win. It's great. Can't get rid of it. Love this weapon, even though I definitely have more powerful weapons. I don't really use revolvers anymore. don't want to get rid of them. They don't weigh a lot. This one's particularly cool. The fact that it doesn't weigh much and it's got the faster fire rate. I've got another revolver. Maybe if I get back into, if I get bored with the melee, I'll go back to using the revolvers. But this one's a 2-shot. And it does plus 10% damage while you aim, which is pretty much all the time, especially with a revolver. Interested to kind of try this one out and see how it does. They nerfed the 2-shot weapons a little bit. They're not nearly as good as what they used to be. This one, I don't even know how that makes sense. 2-shot napalmer, like where's the extra shot come from? Like clearly it has one nozzle. Like I don't know. I had a 3-star napalmer that I got rid of to keep this one just because it was level 50 and it was a 2-shot, and it certainly does more damage supposedly than the regular ones, but I haven't really tried the flamer in actual combat. It weighs a lot. I'm sure at some point I'll have a run and I'll run around with it. I'm kind of working on, I got one more level to my fireproof card that I want to stack specifically for dealing with players with exploding round shotguns and rifles, because those players have a tendency to fuck me up. Like they can shoot me long before I ever get close enough to swipe them with my gauntlet. And that's a huge weakness for my character build. So I'm going to make a key change to my character build that gives me the fireproof perk to hopefully take care of that and make it to where I'm a lot more competitive against players like that. But anyways, it'll also help too if I want to use the napalmer. I can run around and not have to worry about being burned with my own weapon. I love the Tesla gun. It was my favorite gun for a long time, other than I had it set up as the automatic. This one I switched over to the shotgun barrel, which supposedly, my understanding, works with shotgun perks, and that's why I switched it. Because I don't have any real perks for automatic weapons. I'm not generally a big fan of the automatic weapons in this game, just because they use so much fucking ammo. But when this one was automatic, it was ideal, especially if you're going after ghouls. It would just take out large sets of ghouls relatively quick, though not nearly as quick as I could take them out with my chainsaw or my Mole Miner Gauntlet. So it's kind of been retired, even though it's a 3-star legendary. I really don't want to get rid of it. Plus, I like the fact that the suppressor effect, that's a pretty good legendary effect. Pitchfork's ridiculous. I kind of have it because it is ridiculous. Looks like a trident on fire, and the key with this one being the 40% faster swing speed. Not my most powerful two-handed weapon, but it's just cool. Minigun, again, it's a heavy weapon. It's probably the biggest piece of trash for heavy weapons that you can get. I don't know. I'm gonna fully mod it out, see how well it does in actual combat. This one I've hung on to. It weighs 3.6 pounds, which is a lot less than miniguns typically weigh. You get the extra damage bonus while you're aiming. 100% VATS accuracy, 50%. That's whatever. Not that great of a legendary effect. I personally don't give a shit about that legendary effect, but the other benefits seem to outweigh the negatives. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it works. If it's trash, I'll probably sell it. Some people swear by the lever action rifles. I guess if I was still into rifles in this game, if I still had like the rifle build, this would probably be my best rifle, but I don't, so fuck it. I just like this one because of the name, and it's got the bloodied effect to it, this one in particular. There's other versions of the nailer, I think. I don't know, maybe all the nailers are like that. I don't know. I'm interested to try this. If I want to run around with like the one-armed weapons, if I set my character up for that, I'm going to try this and see how it works. Whatever. Some of the shit. This is a bad boy. I don't really use the dragon much anymore, just because it does 800 damage if the target's at full health. But so does my gauntlet. Every time that I hit them, doesn't mean they have to be at full health. So whatever. Can't get rid of this power fist, though. I do want to get like a 3-star legendary power fist, because supposedly for the unarmed weapons, I don't know, it's debatable. The Deathclaw gauntlet, in my experience, I think, has the highest damage per hit that you can get out of the unarmed weapons. But somebody was saying that the Power Fist outclasses it just by a little bit. I'd like to see, if I can find a 3-star legendary Power Fist that's like a level 50 rather than this one. That this was my go-to weapon for the longest time. I love this weapon. I won't get rid of it because of that until I find a better one. If I can find a 3-star legendary Power Fist, I'll test it out, because that's I kind of want to see if it'll do more damage than the similar class Deathclaw Gauntlet. This one has the heating coil. I kind of want to get the puncturing mod. I don't know where to find it. I haven't found it yet. There's more treasure maps I could do. I'm thinking maybe that's where you find that mod. I haven't gotten any from scrapping Power Fist, but they're a rare weapon. They're a pretty rare weapon in this game. They weren't so rare in other Fallout games, but they are in this one. But if I can find a 3-star legendary Power Fist with the puncturing mod, I think that's what people were saying outclasses the Deathclaw Gauntlet. I love the Grognak Axe. This one is definitely, it's debatable. I mean, this one versus my my baseball bat, it's hard to say. Sometimes my baseball bat does more damage than the Grognak's axe. They both have the instigating effect, which is actually it's a really good legendary effect for both of those weapons, being the melee weapons. I use these predominantly when I'm in power armor. If I'm in, especially if I'm in a rad zone, these are kind of my best weapons. The damage it does per shot goes up. It's higher than what it shows here. When I have it set up right with the right perk cards, obviously. But I love this baseball bat. It's great. It's so awesome. Likewise, so is my Grognak's axe. It's one of my favorite weapons. Even though it's just the 1-star, both of them are just 1-star instigating. They're great weapons. I don't really use the automatic combat shotguns anymore because I switched to my Stalker's exploding round shotgun, but I kind of keep in this one just in case I decide that I need it. I probably want to get rid of it at some point. It's seen absolutely no use. As you can tell, I haven't modded it out at all. I don't really use the assault rifle much anymore. It was kind of like a fallback weapon for a while, but it's a good one, being that it's a higher level version of the weapon and it's got the instigating effects. I can't really find a reason to quite get rid of it yet. I mean, it weighs 20-some pounds, which is like, but some of these weapons have nostalgia value to them as well. I really should have tried this one out when I was in the nuke zone. I did not take my 50 cal machine gun and put it into action. And this one, I don't know, it's level 35, so I don't know. I've had actually pretty decent usage out of the 50 cal in the past. It might be one of the heavy weapons that's not total garbage, but I need to put it to the test. That's pretty much my it's pretty much my arsenal right now. So I'm gonna see. I need to check out what is the damage that my Ripper is doing. What is this? Oh, it's level 35 though. Like, man, I've noticed I'm having a harder time getting better versions of the legendary weapons than what I used to have. Figures that I was holding on to the Ripper mod, and I was like, well, fuck it, I haven't come across the legendary Ripper in a while, I'll just go ahead and use it on this regular one, and then the moment I do that is when I get this Ghoul Slayer's Ripper, but whatever. So that's level 40. This is also level 40, so it's going to be at least 95 damage if I get the extended mod for it. Let's try it out. Let's see if I can mod it right now. I'm going to need to redo my... Oh, I can't. I need to redo my foot cards because I changed. That sucks. I need to get like a mid-level... Yeah, because I probably can't do some of the higher end mods to these weapons now. Because I removed, I had my intelligence at 5, and I had to kind of remove some points from it so I could move over to endurance to change up my build a little bit to give me some the fireproof perk in addition to what I already have. So I'm kind of sacrificing what I can do a little bit. Yeah. Oh shit. I can't. So it does require. God damn it. Can't do it unless I have the makeshift warrior 5. That kind of sucks. So some of these other ones only require rank 2. So that one I'm safe with rank 4. I should have checked that out. That's the one thing that I forgot about. I checked out my other things I was doing to see if it's gonna fuck me up if I removed points from my intelligence. I don't want to remove points from my agility because it's kind of helpful for my actual gameplay of my build when I'm actually in combat. Because I could have taken a couple points from agility, but I'm trying to avoid that because there's a couple perks that I would lose. I really don't want to, for the build that I have for my character, I don't want to lose those perks. So, I do want to find a 3-star legendary death tambo. I don't know, it just seems like it'd be funny. You don't need any makeshift warrior for extra call? Okay. So all of this stuff for makeshift warrior only requires rank 2. So I guess for this is the only one that requires rank 5. I'm wondering if the extended blade requires rank 5. That kind of sucks, man. Because I'd at least like to have... I don't want to have to move a point back just to move it back again. But if I would have known that, man, that's stupid. It just makes me mad. Huh, that's kind of cool. Too bad, you know, board is a horrible game. I've had a little bit of fun with the Switchblade. I think the extended, well, it's already on my device, but curved blade, the extended blade is what I want. I just need to find that mod again. Alright, well most of the weapons you don't need rank 5 in the makeshift warrior, so I'll be okay. But rank 4 on the makeshift warrior is required for certain weapons. Yeah, for the melee, yeah, so I already got that. Well, I don't know. I'm still dropping my intelligence down. I might just have to deal with it and maybe move a couple points back. I don't know, man. That shit kind of sucks. I don't feel like I'm going to get a better Mole Miner's Gauntlet than that one, though, so I'm not really worried about that. The other one would be my Death Cloak Gauntlet. That apparently didn't require any level of makeshift warrior to mod that out, so I'm just going to take my chances. So what was I going to do? I was going to have a run with the Ripper. Running with the Ripper. Yeah, fucking Van Halen moment. Right there. Man, I've been on an hour just in my camp explaining my shit, so yeah, I'm not a dork. Let's see what we got going on. stats back up. Yeah, ideally, I love this Mole Miner's Gauntlet, but I want to get... I mean, I've got this Instigating Deathclaw Gauntlet, but it's kind of slow as compared to my Mole Miner's Gauntlet. My Mole Miner's Gauntlet is so much faster. Look at that. That's just crazy. And, you know, this is my most powerful melee weapon, for sure. You know, doing 674 right now as compared to 637. But that faster swing speed just makes the Mole Miner's Gauntlet way outclass the Deathclaw Gauntlet, for sure. No doubt about it. But I want to get a Deathclaw Gauntlet that's got that same swing speed, you know, the 40% extra swing speed, or a Power Fist that can do that as well. So I was going to go run around using the Cool Slayer's Ripper. It's only going to do 9 damage. I can wait on that. I'll wait until I get that modded, because this one does 97. That's kind of what we're looking for, is something like that. So maybe I lost my train of thought. Oh shit! I didn't know if I was gonna make that. Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. So I can. This ramp is perfectly placed where obviously I can just run straight out of my camp and not take any damage, as long as I make it to the ramp. Because if you don't, well, you can see what's waiting for you down there. Nothing good. What's this? Let's do it. Let's join this motherfucking event. See what we can get in the way of legendary weapons. Okay. I don't have a wireless Bluetooth headset or anything, so I gotta.
For identification.
What the fuck is going on there?
Please stop and approach for identification.
I will.
Only employees of Blackwater Mines permitted to access mining equipment.
You better
Scanning.
believe I'm gonna access that shit.
Visual scanning error. Authorization requires identification.
Gonna run in here and do this. I really hope that this actually gives me some cool legendaries. It's kind of been falling a little short on the good legendaries for a while. Like the last time I did this, the guy I was he joined in for the event. He got a fucking 3-star legendary Deathclaw Gauntlet, like pretty much the exact weapon I was just talking about that I was looking for. And they gave it to him and not me. This motherfucker. So I better get something. Really? Where was that rat at? I'm not worried about it. What the fuck was in here? Stuff that I will scrap. That's what's in there. do it to it. Gotta get it done.
Extraction process initiated. Keep away from extraction units while operational.
I will do it.
Hostile trespassers detected. Employees are encouraged to remove trespassers before damage to extractor units occurs.
Alrighty then. Gonna do all this shit. What's up, Manta Man? Really? Already? Not sure where the other player went, but whatever. Very much like to see if I can get some good legendaries from this.
Terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Where is it? Where is it? What is going on with that shit?
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased. Terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
I will do it. Alright, man, you better get a shot in on these motherfuckers.
volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
Yep. Sure, the other player went. Guess they bailed. Guess they bailed out.
Detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Yo, man, you better get in here to hit this motherfucker.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
Where did that come from? See what we got. 4 seconds left. I think it's mostly
Extraction complete. Extractors must complete cleaning and ventilation process before continuing operation. Please vacate.
What's this? Alright, I don't know if I got anything good from that or not. We'll find out. And now that that's done, like, I might want to end the broadcast. My whole real deal for doing this broadcast was showing off the base and whatnot. I saw this event was going on. I didn't want to spend time like going through the menu to end the broadcast or anything. Plus, you know, I figured, you know, it'd be cool to watch this and see if I got any cool loot from the deal. Either way, once I finish collecting all the loot, I'm probably gonna sign off and then run around and do whatever. Try to collect this shite. lot of motherfucking mole miners up in here. Damn. That's everything. Oh, no. Got this. I always try to collect everything I can from this because you get experience for cooking up other than meat. If I'm in the interest of like trying to collect caps from vendors that's good to sell, I found that the clothing kind of works better. It weighs less than growing meat does. Man, we still got some more stuff. I swear I was running around that whole damn time killing people. It was kind of nice. Kicking up the experience points. Alright. I'm not sure what this auto grenade launcher standard magazine does. I've tried to see if it'll mod a regular grenade launcher as well as the auto grenade launcher. It doesn't do shit. Not showing up on the mod list. I don't know if it's a future mod or what, but I'm kind of hesitant to get rid of it. Either way, let's get the fuck out. And I can't run because I'm over encumbered from all that shit. But, you know, whatever. Oh shit, they got the Sons of Dane. I should get out of here and go do that. I need to get over encumbered. So I know how to do exactly that. I'm just gonna go cook the meat that I got. See if I can take care of that real quick. Dip out. Go do another event. The Sons of Dane is one of my favorite events as well. Let's see if I can get all of this weight off my guy, and then go do the Sons of Dane before the somebody else does it. God damn it. That's the only guy out here. How much did we get? Holy shit. I always do this just because it's an easy way to get a little bit of extra experience after the event. thing. Show is. What are we looking at? Weight-wise, what do we got? No missiles. That's kind of cool. So I'm just gonna start chowing down on this shit. So what's eating up all my weight? Most of it, at least. What else do we got going on, man? Pretty close. There we are, in the mix. Cool. Fuckers are already there. No, I don't want to. I want to join the event. Even though there's 5 people up in this motherfucker.
With an automated alert. An unknown dangerous creature has been sighted in the vicinity of the Sons of Dane compound. This thing's been attacking the Buck's Den beer house every night while we party. We call it the Night Stalker. It's killed some of our best guys. Paulie says the loud music is what's pissing it off, so we can make a ruckus to draw it here and set up an ambush. Hell, if some beast's gonna put it into our good time. So we're fixing on blasting the jukebox and jamming on instruments loud as we can. Even rigged up some old busted instruments to shake around. You know, some of those sounds we caught. That also makes a proper ruckus. Something about all them particular sounds seems to send that son of a bitch into a blind rage. Any good hunters out there want to stop by and help us kill the Night Stalker tonight? You'll be rewarded in all the beer and partying you can. It's just to repeat.
Regular fucking party up in here. It's like a whole fucking barn dance going on with this motherfucking honky tonk, bluegrass, all this shit. I'm just doing laps. It's like a fucking ring around the rosy right here.
Hey man, stop trying to get the mission accomplished. And stop killing those crown guys in one hit, dude. We're trying to farm maps.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. If you kill them in one hit, nobody else gets a chance to get maps off of them.
I
Trying to make the event last as long as we can so we can get treasure maps. If you want to sell your treasure maps after this event, you can talk to me. I'll buy them off of you.
I got a bunch of treasure maps, actually. See, glad you clarified all that. No
Yeah, sorry, man.
No, otherwise.
I didn't mean to come in so aggressive, but we were missing out on a lot of stuff there. I was worried.
See, now we know. Everybody's on the same page. Why are you trying to farm treasure maps for? I'm just curious. Because I know they give you special, like, pickups when you move to the mountains and all that. I've done a lot of them, but...
You can get power armor piece plans. Like, to build, like, T-51 or T-45, or Raider, or T-60 power armor.
Yeah.
Which nobody cares about. Because that armor's not good. None of it. But you can get it, and I'm a completionist, so I want it. That's why I want treasure maps.
I've done a lot of the treasure maps. I think there's only like a handful of the ones that I haven't done. I got a lot of duplicates at this point.
Yeah, that's what I like is dupes. Not dupes, but duplicates. Gotta be really careful what you say sometimes in this game.
You know what? I really don't care. My filter is off when I play this game.
I just mean a lot of people have gotten banned for duplicating shit. Dupes, I didn't mean like, this is normally what they call it when they duplicate shit.
Yeah, I know what you're saying with that. I don't worry about
I
any
don't
of
do
that.
that.
I stay on the up and up. I mean, I never tried to get on the whole duplication bandwagon because, you know, it's problematic.
Oh yeah. Straight up to banned. It's no fun. To not play the game they like.
I'm just gonna be straight up. The only reason I'm really doing this event was I just want to get a hit on the Wendigo to get a legendary. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah, man. Hang out. We'll get the legendary. We'll do the event. We're just trying to milk it, to be fair.
Yeah. I was just taking out the ghouls just because I didn't realize you had a whole reason you were trying to milk it and get all of them. I was just trying to get experience for killing them.
I understand. It's probably really confusing that you came here and there's this many people here.
Yeah, you know. I just figured it was a party. I just thought everybody was having fun.
I don't see any of the enemies. I guess they're all outside now.
I'll switch over to my rifle. That way, I'll get hits in on these dudes, but I won't kill them in one hit.
I appreciate it. Sarge, what are you doing, dude? Alright, man, I'm be on in that party. I'll be back out once the event's over if you want to sell any treasure maps. Are you still interested in doing that?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear everything you were saying. You said what about all that?
I'm in a chat party with the rest of these people.
Yeah.
I was just saying that I was going to rejoin that, but I'll be back out of it if you want to sell your maps.
Yeah,
after
man.
The event's over.
I might have some few that I can swing and deal with.
Okay, I pay 50 caps a piece per treasure map. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take it or not, but...
Right on. Yeah, just talk to me after the event. We'll figure it out. See what I got.
Man. Shoot.
There's a 3-star legendary crew out here, guys. If anybody wants to get a shot in on this guy, kind of waiting here for you guys. shit. Where'd that legendary go? He like died and disappeared. Oh, there he is.
That's the most I've died in a long time.
Maps?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry man, it took me a second. I was looking for a legendary they said was out there, but I couldn't find it.
I think I know the one you're talking about. I thought it disappeared, but it wound up.
I don't
right
think I
by
got
it.
a hit in on it. Is the problem.
Oh, yeah, because it wound up right here by the truck.
Yeah, they're not on my team. I mean, they're in the same party, but
Yeah.
my team, so I don't think I got a hit on
How many players you guys got?
that. There's 4 people on the other team, and then me.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a different guy here around here that I don't know at all. But
Yeah, I think that guy was in the last event that I just did, actually.
the Grundle or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he had like a 5-star wanted, and I relieved him of his wanted status. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let me see what I got in the way of maps. Because I definitely have some duplicates like that I can get rid of. As long as I just keep really one of each that I have. I've been coming come across a lot. I've done most of the runs with the different treasure maps anyway. So we'll start at the top.
I mean, you just want to go straight into a trade menu?
Yeah, we can do that. It's probably the easiest.
I mean, I got some other stuff too if you want to get rid of like all your maps, period.
I'm gonna keep like one of each that I have just because I want to do another run, but I'll get rid of any duplicates that I have.
Alright, I'll mark the ones you have duplicates of.
You got any good Deathclaw gauntlets that you want to get rid of?
I don't think you have enough maps, man.
Is that all you're looking for is maps?
I didn't do that, but...
I don't know why I did
yeah,
that.
pretty much. Yeah, I have an anti-armor swing speed Deathclaw gauntlet. It's pretty good.
If you want caps for it?
I don't. No, I really don't, honestly.
No.
Nothing personal or anything, it's just caps don't.
Alright, so map heap. Ash heap, yeah, we got that. You say 50?
Yeah, 50 apiece. Oops, that was an accident.
Does it let me? Okay, you got it. Very bog. I don't use the trade menu that much, so.
You know how to, if you push in on R3 on the right stick, it'll minimize it to where you can only see the things in requesting.
Thanks.
Instead of.
Alright, there we are.
Oh, damn it.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. It's glitchy. You probably didn't do that.
No, I didn't. I just did it. Yeah, I just went and did it on its own. Request the one you want. I'll sort it to R3 and we'll try to get through it.
Okay.
So we're not standing here for fucking ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at the thing is if I try to scroll too fast, it'll do that too.
If you
like
want,
that.
I could send you a friend request, and yeah, if you ever want to meet up for some more maps or something, we could do that too. So.
Okay. They kicked me back out again.
Yeah, I love this game, but it's easily probably the glitchiest game I've ever played.
Yeah. It gets real rough for me because there's so many plans in my inventory that I feel like it slows the game down. Oops. Alright, there we go.
Alright, let's do... Alright, here we are, so... Oh my god, this is killing me.
Alright, I'll try it one more time after this. I guess I'll just leave you alone because this is...
Yeah, it's getting real annoying, I will say.
I'll tell you what, I'll just do a few at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, I've selected 4 so far. Go ahead and minimize, and that way if it does kick us back out, we already have accomplished shit.
So I only got one of the cranberry bog number 2s. So
well, you actually have 3. You just can't see them because it's because the trade menu crashed. It just looks like you only have 1, but it doesn't matter because you can't trade more than what it looks like you have. I'll come back to that one.
Yeah. What's treasure map? Why is it? Because it says, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you actually do have 3. It's
So
just,
weird.
this trade menu is so glitchy, dude. It's horrible.
The
one's
Cranberry
fault.
Bog treasure maps are actually the ones I haven't done. I've done the Forest, I've done the Mire, I've done the Ash Heap, the Savage Divide. I think that's the only region I haven't done, so I'm trying to keep those. Forest, 3... I'm interested in how everything's gonna work out once,
What?
oh man. Alright.
You blew.
Yeah, it dropped me. Booted me. Oh yeah, I'm still broadcasting. I forgot. Yeah, had to watch the broadcast with me doing trade deals of fucking maps. Whew. All right, I'm probably gonna kick it off the broadcast. This is a 2-hour broadcast at this point, so it's been a minute. I kind of forgot, but yeah, gonna go back, unload some junk and loot and all that shit. Run around, kill some more stuff. Hopefully, feeling kind of not great. Like a little sick to my stomach, which kind of sucks. I ate some good pizza, but that pizza doesn't seem to be super agreeable for me. Anyways, yeah, my super short, was supposed to be a short broadcast showing off my base, is now a long broadcast. But it kind of helps that I'm broadcasting. I can remember that dude's name. I'm kind of interested to maybe trade up with that dude. Funeral grief area. Oh, it put me right back in. Unless it's just left over from, it's probably left over from the last war. It's done that before. Either way, let's see if I can find Maybe we'll see. We'll find out here momentarily. Rancid case. Oh, those are my friends. Huh. No, definitely different. Definitely a different server. So, funeral grief. Funereal grief. I kind of wonder if that dude was going to try to fuck me up or something after collecting. Like, he had 5 players and he just mobbed on me if they wanted. I would have put up a valiant fight, though, but they would have taken me out. I would have... I don't know. I'm always suspicious of people now, especially after that last broadcast where I was running with that wanted level, but that was a different story because I had a wanted level. Regardless, send this dude a friend request. How do I do that? Search. See if we can do this here. Funereal. Yeah, there we go. I'll send a request. That way, trade up some maps. The fact is, it says grief in his name. Like, does this motherfucker go around and try to blow up people's base? Think of me as I hold. No, dude, I'm not gonna. What are you, some kind of kinky fucking bastard? Really? Alright, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna jump back in this shit. Alright, I don't know. It's kind of fun broadcasting, though. I will say that. Like, it changes my gameplay a little bit, though. I must admit, while I was doing that, I kind of forgot I was broadcasting. I think it's kind of interesting. You know, if I wanted to be a real dick, I could have done that shit, but... legendary? There's so many people. I mean, they say that there's no economy in this game. There's so many people that obviously just amass fucking retarded amount of legendary weapons. 3-star legendaries. I play this game a lot, but I'm not really involved in the communities surrounding this game as much, because I don't know, it seems like a bunch of fucking douchebags talking shit, getting all butthurt about a bunch of stupid bullshit that I don't really give a fuck about. But, I don't know, maybe if I decided to get Reddit handle, Reddit, be more involved. I don't know, there's something about that though. It's like, I don't dedicate my life to video games. I like this game, I play it probably more than I should, but can't jump into it both feet, I guess, and do all that stupid bullshit, you know, with getting in fights and downvoting and upvoting people's stupid ass fucking posts. I think Reddit's a great resource for learning about info that I've been trying to find out about, especially, you know, with this game. But people get way too involved in this shit, man. And the internet in general. Everybody's got a goddamn opinion that they feel is the best opinion ever, and they'll get so offended so fucking easily. Everybody's fucking entitled as shit. Maybe they always were. It's just that's cool. That's why I always scrap armor. I rarely sell regular armor because I'm always trying to get better upgrades for it. Who the fuck was shooting at me? saw bullets flying past my head. I hear them flying past my head, but nothing is coming up on VATS. Like, where the fuck is this person? He's so horrible in real life combat, I'd be dead. I don't know. What is this Explorer outfit? I think I've already checked it out. I think it looks like shit, probably, but whatever. Gourd soup? I don't know if I trust soup just laying on the floor in a banded fucking... Yeah. It's not even a double wide, it's just a single wide. So what am I looking at? 378 pounds? God damn. What do we got going on? I know I have my mods on me. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna kind of keep those. Definitely don't need my crossbow bullets. I will say, there's certain ammo in this game. It's just hard to come by. 45 rounds, they're like plentiful until you need them, and then they're just not available. Kind of wish I knew what it was and needed to hang on to for this. Crystal shards for sure. Screws, springs. That's pretty much it, probably. Just getting rid of this stuff. I always kind of hate, you know, getting rid of shit, but if I don't know what I need, but doing it. Probably take this. I think I need that. I think I got all the oil. I can get oil pretty easily. Hold on. I think I need the asbestos. Cloth, leather, rubber, silver, steel, antiseptic. I don't think I need antiseptic actually. It's the acid. Waste acid. Like, come on, man. Who's using acid in this game? Need my springs, gears. Lead. Don't need the glass. I think I got the fiberglass. Excess adhesive. Probably need. I think we're good on copper. Ceramic. Alright, I think we're good with all of that. Why am I? Oh man, I got a bunch of fucking health. How'd my health go up? What's going on with that? Can I make my health go down? There we go. That's helping. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's like, I never would have thought that. Like, when I first started playing this game, I was like, no, I need all the health I can get. And now I'm like, no. No more health. Definitely no more. So I gotta lose 7 pounds, man. Let's fucking get on that Weight Watchers. Fucking Weight Watchers program. What we got going on? Willis, do we have any plans or anything? Nope. If only I didn't have these mods on me. What can I use to lose 7 pounds? I could eat my... Scrapped all my other stuff that I could scrap other than the Ripper. I want to keep that Ripper. Oh my god. Ooh. 7 pounds. I think this is going to be a grilled rat stag. Do it. Good to go. Alright, let's get the fuck out. Done with this shit. Dipping out. Oh. Man, alright. Guess we'll run out. I don't know, man. I'm kind of overdoing rad zones. Unless I need, like, flux. I mean, they're good for building experience. Damn, that's 2 in the morning. I'm not trying to stay up super late, but I mean, what do I really have to do in the morning besides one of these days I really should go to the grocery store, but you know what's not exciting is getting up first thing in the morning and going to the grocery store. I don't want to do it. I mean, I do because I need to eat. I would very much, I need to go to the grocery store. It would be very nice to eat. Like real food other than the crap that I've been eating. My diet. Holy fuck. that took care of that. That one dude just disintegrated. Oh, there he is. Okay, there you are. No, the other one was, he was just gone. He got blown to bits. No longer of this earth kind of deal. Alright, thanks defenses. Shit. Kinda scared me. Oh, man. You know, I realized somebody could get in my house. I have this powered door, but if they know about my back door, they can just pick the lock and get right in. Might want to change that. Yeah, I might want to make this a powered door. I wonder if I can do that. I'm kind of hesitant to delete it because I know what happened last time I deleted something. Alright, well, I'm going to sign off. This hasn't really, I accomplished everything I needed to accomplish. The rest of this shit might be kind of boring. So, ending this broadcast until next time, kids. For like the 2 people that watch this broadcast. Have a great evening or day or whatever the fuck